Hey everybody, we're back here. I've got Marilyn on the telephone. I just went to see my granddaughter and she sort of ran off and ran round the house. Say hello to Nanny. And she's going, no. And I'm going, why? Why won't you say hello to Nanny? I'm not chasing you. Come on, come and say hello to Nanny. I can't. The virus. She's 5 years of age. I'm sorry, I just left the house. I'm not staying there for that. That I'm an enemy walking into my son's house.
Well, it's so sad because I get the same, reaction. I've got to stand two meters from seeing my grandchildren next week. But I believe this has all been pre-planned, and it's a psychological bio-warfare as well, preparing.
Yeah, because I've got a picture on the computer. It says PM may bring in fines for breaking self-isolation rules. I thought we were lifting everything. Yeah, Boris yesterday, it says the date of the 27th. Where is it? Hang on a second. 2 seconds. It is 27th of May, 2020. Boris says people could be fined if they break the new isolation rules. So it's getting worse, isn't it? It's not getting better. If this is only yesterday that they're putting this out on Yahoo, what does this mean? It means we're not going to be lifting any of these rules. That's really what's happening, isn't it?
Well, the sheep will follow, and believe it all instead of waking up to this brainwashing, fear-mongering.
See, they don't realise, my son doesn't realise, is that he's in isolation now because he believes in the virus. So they're in isolation, isolating them from everybody else and isolating me from my family. So it doesn't matter which way round you look at it. It doesn't matter if they're doing it or you're doing it. It's still isolation for everybody.
And people don't realise it's more bad for you, for your immune system, not to get out and get the vitamin D as much as you can. It creates more problems. And I've just been listening to Dollar Villalanti. You've got to play some of it. He's brilliant. He said, you've got more chance of getting a virus is like 0.1%. You've got more chance of getting run over by a car.
You can't catch a virus from anybody else. The COVID's in your body. And you know something? Whether it's true or not, or whether that was a different video, because it was the 1970s, and a few people said, you sure that's not a paedophile video, which someone's turned round? I mean, but that said the 70s, and they said 50 years on, whether someone's made that up. But, Amy found it in 2017 on someone's profile. So this thing is not new, and they're making it look like it's a pandemic that happened, a few months ago. It's just disgusting what they're doing. I just wish people would wake up.
And have you noticed that over the course of a few years that they're beginning to widen pavements in high streets all over the country? This has all been planned to get ready for the 5G and the 2 meters distances. And until people start waking up and saying we're not standing for it, it's a case of waking people up against this.
But the only thing is that really it should be our families that we're waking up, but they're not interested. I mean, my daughter-in-law's told me her sister sent her stuff to say that the vaccines are obviously Bill Gates and all that, so she knows. Why is my granddaughter coming out with things like that? It really upset me. I left.
That's what they're doing. They're breaking up families by it. Imagine the suicides and the mental health with this lockdown.
Well, this isn't bringing the good side of people out, is it, Marilyn? In one way or another.
Not at all. It's like a war in a disguise of a bio-warfare, with fear-mongering, I'm afraid. And until people wake up and say, fuck you. I mean, I made everyone laugh on the podcast, the live chat the other day. I said, I wish I'd have kept my pub, because I would have locked the customers in, and called it a lock-in, not lockdown. They could have stayed and had a drink in their pyjamas.
I then went to the shop afterwards because I needed to post something and stuff like that, and then you get in line, wait there, excuse me, come in. You know, they're talking to you as if you're an object. Oi, come in, get your hands sanitised. You know, they're not talking to you like human beings. Get away, stand away, I'm coming to the till, as if you're some entity that's got that you know, we shouldn't be in the shops then, should we, if that's how they feel? Oh, it's just unbelievable. It's just everywhere you go is just hostility and ridiculousness.
Well, they've more likely done their homework prior to this, you know, like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what the Watts case was about. Was about hauling us in, millions of people, and making them believe something that wasn't real, just like now. Just like 9/11, just like the whole lot of it. Things happen, but they don't happen for the reasons that you think.
And the mainstream media have got a lot to answer for. Obviously, they're getting paid to put all the lies about. So us lot that are awake, we've got a really hard job of trying to wake our own people up.
Yeah.
To all this, and it's so sad. It's energy. It's, you know, we get called nuts.
It's not fair, is it? We're not nuts.
No. And it's closing all the truth channels out there. You know, they own most of the platforms, so it's a case of getting as much awareness out to everyone as possible. But I don't know, people need to wake up. I mean, would it have been better if Boris Johnson had said, right, war is declared? Would that have been better for these sheep? When you think of it? Like,
do you know the reason they didn't do a war? Because I think they realised that we couldn't stomach another war. The people just couldn't.
We haven't, have we?
People couldn't stomach another war.
No, it's our ancestors that stomached 2 wars over in UK. Our soldiers had to go over and fight the legalised gangsters over in Afghanistan.
Yeah, and don't forget, Hitler was knocking down the Tartaria buildings and taking the children, and millions of other things were going on in this whole thing together. There's a whole planned thing. God knows. Now I think it's just psychological. It's just a psychological thing they're doing on the people, isn't it? With NASA. NASA are doing it with that cognitive engineering.
Yeah, I did hear a video this morning, actually, that NASA's name was brought up, 16 million a day, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, even if NASA's been closed down for weeks, that 50-odd million could be running the world. It could, because we've all got space programs. If they're all closed down, then there's that surplus money they can use.
Well, on a lighter note, it amounts to light versus dark this year, 2020.
It's not getting better though, Marilyn. I go out and my granddaughter's saying I can't because of the virus, and I'm thinking, I just had to leave. I know it was awful. She's only 5. But, you know, I'm not staying in a house where I'm obviously the problem because I've walked in and I must have a virus. It's pathetic.
Shall we go down and hand deliver a letter to Boris Johnson on Monday?
How do you do that then?
3 simple questions. We discussed that in private. Maybe we go down and deliver a letter and film it. There's 2 grandmothers.
Yeah, maybe we could do that, Marilyn. Do you think that's a good point?
I mean, it's not a great big army of people, is it, protesting or getting handed by the police? Police are doing their job. Most of them most probably are not awake to it. You know, as someone said to me the other week, he's noticed more adverts for new police officers. I said, you know why that is? He said, why is that? I said, because the old policemen are a different brain set, and the new ones are being retrained as in military type of police, not the old style Bobby on the beat. He said, oh, that's a good point. I said, yeah, they're preparing, don't worry about that. And conquer and divide, they want us all divided and fighting against one another.
I feel quite upset right now, to be honest, about my
I've been like it for ages. I've been holding my head, you know, keeping strong and rising up, but, you know, how long is a piece of string? Let's go down to Downing Street and hand in a letter. We're entitled to that because we you know, it's Article 61.
Well,
you know, Magna Carta.
I'm coming to see you this weekend, Marilyn, and we can talk about this and what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm off to London to see Marilyn this weekend.
Mind you, don't get £1,000 fine. We give it to Boris, the fine, when we give the letter in. Karen.
We can do that.
Yeah. We're two grandmothers and we're concerned. We're entitled to be concerned. We're not going more-handed, are we? I think we should. He's got to answer us anyway.
Well, he won't be answering us, and yeah. Well, we can do that, but we can discuss that over the weekend.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what a load of rubbish. I don't see things getting better.
Karen,
things are getting worse, to be honest.
We might as well make it worthwhile on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Entitled to answer. All right, then. It was nice talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know how you feel.
I know that James is very upset because of things that were said to him. You know, his own daughter. So it's just everything's about isolating, no matter what the way you look.
I've had this upset like the last 2-3 months. I've had it early with my family.
Well, I haven't been allowed to see my granddaughter because of this. Or my other granddaughter because of this, because they sort of believe in it.
You know, it's
my own children. You know, my own children doing it to me. It's pathetic. Especially as you can't catch a virus off anybody, and you've got, you know, if you've got COVID, you've got it. You know, it's in your body in the first place. But I mean, as this thing only has such a short, you know, like it's like a cold, so it's a flu kind of thing, which would take only so many days. Why are we still being locked down months later, and we've still got another 2 months to go? No planes have flown over. Oh, look, I can see one plane's been over today because they leave the chemtrail in the sky. One plane today.
Actually, without the worry of chemtrails and 5G.
Don't forget, a lot of stuff comes on planes. You know, a lot of stuff gets, you know, cargo gets imported on planes. I mean, what the hell's happening? It's just, but Marilyn, thanks for your thoughts. I'm a bit upset. I'm a bit upset myself. I cannot believe my granddaughter, who's 5, would be saying that to me.
It looks like, you know, evil is taking over the good, so the good's got to rise. Because what's going? I mean, it's diabolical. It's against human rights. It's madness, you know.
Yeah, but you know what's happening? The people are doing it to themselves. This is what they want.
Exactly, they're playing right into their hands. And when they go running to the GP, they'll find GP surgery a bit closed down. They'll be sending all the GP practices. Do you know what I mean? There'll be murders, like couples killing one another.
That's the strangest thing that hasn't happened, Marilyn, is that we haven't got into... I'm really surprised they haven't used rioting and they need to bring the soldiers in. I'm surprised we haven't got that far.
No, but what they'll do, they'll create something. I've got a call coming in.
Hey, would you want to go then? We finished anyway.
Yeah, quickly.
All right.
See you later, sorry.
That's all right, my darling. Hey, Marilyn's left, but anyway, I'm just a bit gobsmacked with the things. But anyway, thanks very much, everybody, for listening to me and Marilyn.